What's good? 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 It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. What y'all got going on, man, on this Friday? Talk to me. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. What's up, DeMarcus? I already know you're in the building, man. You gonna always. Let me ask you something. Did you see that premiere I just put out a while ago with that young ex-CO? What's good? What's good, man? Did y'all see the video that I put out a few minutes ago with the young CO? He's a graduate now of college, man. But he worked at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for quite some time, man. Probably 2 years, man. Come on, man. You know we say the best for last, man. You know, well, guess what? We already live in a world where everybody's patience is short, man. So you got to give some time to, to the things that matter to you, man. So if you didn't finish it, do me a favor. Go back and watch the end of it, man, because he gave his spiel and how he closed it out, man. It was for people of his age, And sometimes we got to let the people of their age reference, to those type of people. He was only 22. So, sometimes you got to let those people that age reach to other people, man. Not to say that, all that's going to work, but who knows? He was only 22. Now he's a college graduate. Worked at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for 2 years. He got a hell of experience on his belt, man. Yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on that, man. Share that, man. It's kind of like, man, I think we as people sometimes, man, we share things, but it's the most important thing that we don't share, man. Who knows, man? We might can touch somebody, man. But it is what it is, man. But what y'all got going on today, man? I see DeMarcus say he said I'm gonna finish it. Or you gonna finish watching while you at work, huh? That's cool, man. It's, but I don't want y'all to take that as just entertainment, man. Cause that ain't entertainment. That's informative information, man. That need to be given to people, man. Cause some people need that. I wish somebody would have came on here and gave me that informative information before I wasted half my damn life, man. And you're going to hear me say what I said about me, because it's a lot of people gave me mad respect when I was on that end of the field, but they just didn't know, man, from the exterior point, it looked like I was winning. Why? Because we was in the same institution. So it looked like I was winning because I was able to make moves that other people couldn't make, right? But to be honest with you, y'all know I'm going to keep it a buck all the way across, man. I was losing, man. For 25 years, man, I consider myself a loser. And that's facts, man. So, I had a lot of people clapping for my losses, man. I was losing that war, man. Anytime a man give up 25 years of his life for somebody else to control it, you losing, man. You ain't winning. You might be winning while you're in your situation as far as that institution, but you really losing, man. And that's why I always say, in order to come back with a hell of a win, you got to have something to measure that shit up against, man. Y'all see, I gave my spiel on that, man, but it wasn't about me, man. It was about him and his spiel and what he went through when he was working out, man. He did a hell of a job, man. And real articulate. He articulated that well, man, And most 22-year-olds can't articulate like that, man. Why? Because they too hot right now. And I don't take nothing from them. Because, hell, I used to get high too. But then I realized if you really want to accomplish some shit in life, sometimes you got to be sober. If you really want to get to the next level, sometimes you have to be sober, man. Because being high all the time going to have your ass delusional. And you're going to think you seeing what you really ain't seeing. And that's facts, man. And that's real spill. Oh, before I move any farther, man, I always got to give a shout out to the people that, man, support that Savage Drive, man. I have to do that, man. So salute to my boy out of Compton, man. Came all the way out of Compton, man, and supported that Savage Drive, man. But when you give me, I just give back, man. And that's facts. Been doing it since I've been here. Been doing it since I've been here, right? But we got to understand one thing. We can only help a couple of people at a time, man, because shit, it is what it is, man. But it's gonna get to the point where we'll be able to put a lot of people in, man, and have a lot of resources for a lot of people, man. I think that's where most people fail in life, man. If I'd have had the resources that they got nowadays to be able to be helped, man, I don't think that shit would happen to me, man. So for those that support the channel, man, y'all watch the channel, man, it's all about resources, man. I'm trying to take this shit where it can have resources, man, so you can be able to help people when they need to be helped, man. And that's facts, man. But we got 10 people in here, man. We should have 10 likes, man. And that's just the way that is, man. Hit that like button, man. Let's go, man. Hit that like button, man. We can do better than that, man. We ain't just creating content. We ain't doing that. We either in here because what we like, what we listening to, or we in here just to give an opinion, man. But if you here, hit the like button, man. Y'all been on here longer than me, so y'all already know what time it is, man. In other words, just don't come to the table and eat and walk away, man. It don't cost nothing to hit the like button. It's free. It's the same way when you subscribe to the channel. It's free. So let's just do that, but hit the like button first and foremost, man. Let's do that. Yep. So, man, it's Friday. We got how many people in here? We got 8 people, man. What these 8 people got going on today, man? Or y'all just want to come in and be entertained, man? I keep telling y'all, it's like this here. I made a statement when I was on there. I don't want y'all to miss this, right? And what I said when I was on there, I said this here. When I was in prison, I was in character mode. I had to be in character mode. Why? Because I was around a lot of characters, man. So I had to be in character mode. But now that I'm free, I ain't in character mode no more, man. So whenever I come on this internet circuit, this is what you getting. You getting some real shit. You ain't getting no character mode and all that outside shit faking and none of that. All this shit is real. And that's facts, man. But, like I said, man, we all have to go in character mode every now and then. All depends on who we around, man. And that's real spill. So, we've been on here 9 minutes, man. Been on here 9 minutes, man. And I want to see how many more people come in here because I need to ask them about that informative information, that video that was just out a few minutes ago, right? And that's real, man. Real spill, man. It was so much information gave in there, man. The man gave me information that I didn't even know about, that I really don't even care about, as far as with the Safe Prison Act and prison, all that. But it was good to get that information for those people that's going down there. Remember what I said, for those that's going down there, because every day we wake up, somebody going to prison, man. And the reason why, because they still think they can beat the streets. They still think they can beat the police, man. You can't beat them people, man. They go to school to stop a motherfucker, man. And that's real, man. So if we all in agreement on that, man, give me a thumbs up, man. If we in agreement on Law enforcement go to school to stop criminals. And I don't even worry about that shit no more because I ain't no fucking criminal. And that's real. So if we in agreement on that, man, give me a thumbs up, give me a 1, or give me something, man. Just let me know that we on the same page. And that's real. We 10 minutes in, man. We 10 minutes in this thing, man. And y'all already know how I'm going to do it. I always say that I'm going to be here for a minute and I'm going to get out of here, but I wind up being on this motherfucker for an hour, man. So, I'm thinking about doing a day room talk tonight, man. I just might do a little day room talk tonight, man, to see what the people got to say, man. Being as though I ain't been on here in a minute, man. Like I said, I would like to be on there every day, man, but sometimes I just can't pull it off, man. Real spill, man. But I might do it tonight, man. I might do it tonight, man. And that's real. Y'all talk to me, man. What y'all got on y'all mind, man? Y'all give me something. I'm always giving y'all something, man. Give me something to go on. Give me a topic to speak on. Just throw one up in the air, man, and I'll take it from there. You know, test my wisdom. Just like I test y'all wisdom, man. Give me a topic to speak on. Any topic y'all want to speak on, give it to me, man, and I'll take the ball. I'm like Tom Brady in the fourth quarter with this shit, man. And that's real spill, man. But, like I said, I know it's Friday, man, and the sun out, so we got a lot of people in the streets, man. I just hope y'all be safe out there in them streets, man. Some people getting out of work. What time is it, man? Some people getting out of work. Some people got to go to work later on, man. What you say? You'll be off by 7 when that day room go down. Say, man, look. I want to try to set that day room up tonight, man, and see what we can come up with, man. See what I can come up with that day room. You already know all I got to do is put day room talk. They going to come out of no motherfucking world for that day room, man. And that's real, man. Yeah, they going to show up for that day room talk, man. And that's real. But like I said, man, day room talk. Hey, LaMarcus. Yeah, the day room square business. You already know. It's real deal spill. Say, let me ask this. Day room talk tonight, man. I'm doing this. This is the people's choice, man. What y'all want to talk about in the day room talk tonight, man? This is the people's choice, man. I'm letting y'all make the choice tonight, man. Day room talk, day room time. Give me a topic, man. We can go down through there, man. But it can't be no, it's got to be a real topic, man. It's got to be informative, man, so we can come up with some information, man. And that's real. So, give me a topic, man. Don't let me put all the work in. Y'all help me out. Y'all help me out, man. Real spill. Real spill tonight, man. See what we can come up with, man. But like I said, man, I didn't plan on being here long, man. I just want to see how many people watched that video, man, that I just dropped a few minutes ago, man. And I appreciate it if you go watch it, man. And at the end of the day, share that information, man, because it's informative, man. People need to hear that, man. And that's real. But okay, I'm gonna let you think, man. I'm gonna step away for a few minutes, right? We got 6 in, man. When I come back, I'm gonna see what the count like. If the count right for me to stay on, then I'll stay on. But if it ain't right, I got to move around like James Brown, man. Cause guess what? I call that if I got one person today on the live, man, and I'm the only one conversing, that means I'm wasting your time and you wasting my time. So like I said, I'm gonna step away and I'm gonna come back and see how many I got on the live, man. If we got the right number of people on the live, then you got me. But if not, guess what? We'll do it again tomorrow and see what we come up with. Because I understand, shit, this life, and most people's attention span is this short. And when I got a few people on the live, I respect that. Because guess what they telling me? Life done stepped in. Yes, Life done stepped in. So in other words, right now I ain't got time for the live, but when I got time, I fit that in my schedule. And that's fact. What's man, I already know folk gonna show up, man. What's up, man? Word is Bud, man. Like I said, I told you I was gonna send that to you, didn't I? I already know you thought I was bullshit though. But when that package landed, you knew I wasn't bullshit, man. All I got in this word is my motherfucking words and my balls, man. And that's facts. Ain't no doubt. Real spill deal, man. Real deal. Oh yeah, you already know I had you, man. Real recognize real, man. You know what I'm saying? It's called measuring a clean glass up against a dirty glass. You know that dirty glass gonna take you down the street, bring you back around the corner, but that motherfucker be clean glass, guess what? You can see straight through it. You already know what you got coming, man. You know, it's like E.F. Hutton. If I say I got you, I got you. You know, and that's real deal. Ain't no gray in between fucking with me. It's either yes or it's either no, right? But like I said, man, I got 8 people on the live, right? And we got some real spiel to give out, right? True, Miss sitting in a tree. You already know. When I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Ain't no doubt. Yeah, when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Shout out Miss sitting in the tree, man. She support the cause too, man. And guess what? Didn't let her down. Brought her to her front door when I said it was gonna happen. That's just the way I live, man. You got a lot of people standing on their words, standing on business, man. Shit, I'm one of them. I ain't all of them, but I'm one of them, right? I ain't no, you know, already know. Ain't no doubt. I mean, everything understood don't need to be explained, man. Business is business, right? And that's what I do, man. I conduct business the right way, man. You know. And I think that we as people, that's what we need to get used to, man. Quit saying about what we're going to do and let's do it, you know. But that goes along. But when you, ain't no doubt. You say the pack came in fast, it better come in fast. I paid for it to get there the next day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I paid for it to get there the next day. And that's what it's supposed to do. If it did anything else, I'd have been upset, man. It's supposed to come in fast, man. So let me ask this, why I got me sitting in a tree over here, man. Oh, what's the topic for tonight? I already told you, I'm leaving that up to the people, man. You know, sometimes I need help too, man. Cause I'm on this end giving the topic out. But once, like I said, this is the people's channel, man. Y'all ask it. In other words, y'all name it, I claim it, man. Y'all name it, I claim it, right? So let me ask this. Been sitting in the tree. It was a video dropped today. And, you know, I don't know what people be at. I don't know what's going on in people's personal lives or whatever, right? But it was informative information. It was coming from a 22-year-old college graduate. He was an ex-TDC officer, right? And he stopped by the Ferguson Chronicle to give his spiel. Highly educated young black man, 22 years old. And he spoke on there today. And I was just telling people to make sure they go in and check that informative information out. Not only was he giving it out to the public about the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, he was giving it out to people of his age, which is 22 years old. And you don't find too many 22-year-olds that's graduated from college already, and not only that, going to school for children's ministry at the age of 22. Most 22 years old, and this ain't no knock on all 22-year-olds, but I'm out here so I see it. Most 22-year-olds are trying to get high or trying to go with some girls. They're not interested in completing education or starting a business. They are interested in working for somebody. And that adds up to stress. So it's a shout out to, you know, to Wembley, man, for giving his story today on the Ferguson Chronicle, man. May it help somebody in the long run. But anyway, y'all go check that out. But I know we're in the world and people attention span is this short. Oh, I already know you are. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. But like I said, I'm debating on doing the day room time tonight, day room topic. You know, several people have called me and inquired, am I going to do the day room time? And I'm not saying I am. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm not saying I am not going to do it. However, if I do decide to do it, that's why I'm trying to get a topic off of here. Can anybody come up with an interesting topic? In other words, you name it, I'll claim it, and I'll put it together, and we can make it happen. You know, but I refuse to go on there without any informative information where it sounds like it's just a bunch of rattling and you know, ranting going back and forth. That's what I'm not gonna do. But we'll come up with something. You know, we'll come up with something. It's a long way between 9 and 7 o'clock, right? It's a long way between 9 and 7 o'clock, man. But I will say this: for those that do tune in, support what supports you. In other words, when you come to the channel, and what I mean by that, it's not money I'm talking about. It's a like. If you hit the like button, it do wonders for the channel, and it's free. It's the same thing like when you subscribe. You don't have to be here. You can be other places, right? But when you tune in, it's like coming over to an individual's house and you eat and you push back from the table and you don't say thank you. That's all, you know. That's what I call understanding beats the world. You have to understand, you know, the subject and the matter in order for you to, you know, perform in the right way, right? It's the same way I do. When I go on other people's platform, if I tap in to listen, because I know one thing, even if an individual is giving a negative message, I've been around negativity so long that I can find something positive in it, even if nobody else don't. But that's just me speaking, right? But I will say this though. In that interview with that CO, I talked about me. Because like I said, it was once that I was praised in prison for a long time, right? And a lot of people looked up to me. More than a few. A lot. It's just the respect factor you get when you been somewhere for a long time, right? And most people don't know, man, that 25 years, like I said, I was celebrated as being a loser. Not that they saw that, because they saw all the accolades that came with what I did when I was in prison, but didn't know I was being celebrated as a loser. For 25 years, I was a loser under somebody else's control. My life was in somebody else's hands, to where they told me what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. That's a loser. Oh, today your birthday. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday, right? But I will add this with that, right? For those that have birthday coming up, right? For those that have birthdays coming up, please understand that every day you wake up, it's your birthday. You should celebrate that every day you wake up. Because the first blessing is you woke up. And that's fact. Okay, Michael Wright. I'm glad you said that, right? Okay. Let me read it first. It's a topic could be, how can all ops stop arguing with each other and pull together one big podcast as an example of how we can come together even as enemies, as black men, to be as one. Okay. Good topic, right? But, and that will work. I give you your props on that. That's a good topic, right? But here's the X factor in that. Here's the X factor. Even before we attempt to even have that conversation with people of color or any color, right? We have to understand that our first opposition is self. That's what we have to understand. When you understand that your first opposition in life is you, it's a topic. What's your take on men in therapy, need or not? I think we hold a lot in as men, and it's time to release, OG. Well, I tell you this. Everybody in society holds a lot in. Men, women, kids, and you absolutely right that most men need therapy, right? Or most women need therapy, right? But my thing is this with therapy, and it might seem like it's a yin and a yang, and I'm going against what people are saying, right? But I will say this, and I only oppose to certain type of therapy because how can a man that live in Beverly Hills as a psychiatrist can tell me how I feel to live in the ghetto when he never lived there before? The first thing he gonna do when an oppressed person walks into his office, his mind automatically reverts to medicine. He wants to give that person some type of psychotic drug to either make them sleep or to make them forget. That's my 2 cents on that, man. In order for anybody to convert with a person that's been through a situation, it's kind of like you have to put a racehorse in the race with a racehorse. In other words, you can't bring a jackass to the Kentucky Derby. Okay, we'll go with that. The topic choice. I like to know, how does the single mother household truly affect young males and the likelihood of them getting locked up? I can make that happen. We're gonna make that happen, Miss Sitting in the Tree. I can get some I can get some I can make that happen. We'll talk about that. Oh, Jesse, you said Bet Jesse didn't know, huh? See, you know what though, man? See, people don't even know this, right? Michael Wright is an individual on here now that I know, that I met when I first got out of prison. I was working at a Luby's restaurant. I was working at a Luby's restaurant when I first got out of prison as a cook. And this is proven facts, man. That somebody's in the chat right now know me when I was working there. He said my ex-supervisor didn't know that I could speak like this. Well, man, you know what, man? I think it's a lot of people that are gifted but are afraid to not only express themselves but to share what they went through in their life. I think that, I really do think that, man. And I just think, man, that everybody in this world has something that's broken on the inside of them, but are scared to express that, man, because sometimes people use that to their advantage and they play on you, right? And I think that's why so many people hold all that inside, man, and we get ready the time to come out, it comes out in a negative way, man. You know, the best payback sometimes can be an ear, man. You can lend the ear, man, to the people that not only that will listen, but to people that people don't listen to. Lend your ear, man. But I also have something to say about that, because If you lend your ear to the wrong person, man, they problem become your problem, man, and all that. And guess what happens? You get so much tied up in what they got going on to where it overlaps what you got going on. So that's, you tread in thin waters when you go to doing that, man. Because people take advantage, man, of certain people in certain situations, man. You know, so you got to be careful when you do that too, man. You know, but uh, a lot of people express themselves in different ways, man. Some people express themselves through anger. Some people express themselves through tears. You know, you can see people that have somebody died in their family a long time ago. It can be 20 years ago, and on that particular day, all of a sudden they just cry because they still remember what happened years ago. You know, and that's human nature, man. People will forget about all the good times they had in their life. You know, they can have a whole life of success, but for whatever reason it is, they never ever forget about the bad things that happened in their life. Somehow they will always overshadow the good, and that's just facts. You know, until you train your mind to block out that is which is not important, and understand this: what's important to you is not important to the next person. And I think sometimes people get offended by that because they want your importance to be important to the next person. And then people's feelings will get caught up not understanding that everybody goes through things different. You know, I like to tell people this, right? That it's a lot of things in life that I have a black heart to. And what I mean by black heart is I only let the important things bother me versus the things that's not important to me. In other words, is we can go to a funeral today and everybody in the funeral be crying except for me. Why? Because I've trained myself to not be emotional as other people. And not to say that I'm cold-hearted, but it's like when a Navy SEAL goes to war, right? He can't be thinking about how many people he killed because guess what? Because his mission is to kill again. And that's my mindset. You know, like they said, a joke is only funny one time. That's me. It's not funny after it's said that, over and over again, right? So I got a tendency to block out a lot of things that's not important to me. And what that does for me, it enables me to move on. You know, and I always like to say this: in order for you to do anything in life, as far as from a successful standpoint, you have to have something to measure that up against, man. And that's real. If you ain't got nothing to measure it up against, you ain't got nothing at all, man. And that's real. So do me a favor. Just always try to be a better person than you were the day before. I'm talking about you. Not concerning nobody else. You as a person, try to improve yourself from day to day, and your situation will change, man. I know, been there. I kept waking up every morning wondering when they gonna call me on the chain. And what for those I mean by chain is when they was gonna let me get out of that joint. I woke up every morning front and center at the bars like this. Damn, I missed it. I missed it. It might call me tomorrow. So imagine waking up for 25 years, standing in one place, and you hoping that they call your name. The exit. Imagine that. That's how life is. But as long as you keep waking up, you got a chance to win. It's when you don't want to wake up no more. In other words, you can be woke in your life as living, but in your mind, you dead. that means you gave up. And I think that's what happened to most people in society, man. You know, what 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 other way best you can explain that to me? To people that has been took out of society for so long and come back to society and surpass the people that have been here. You can't tell me those people are not sleepwalking. It reminds me of that movie, what was it? The Walking Dead. You see people every day in society just walking around, right? But they ain't going nowhere though. They ain't going nowhere. They just walking fast and they ain't going nowhere. And that's for real. And I tell you this here, let me share this here with you, right? And this is some real, this is real spill, right? And the busiest people in the world is the one that's not doing shit. And I know we know some people like that. I know we do. That's for real. Let me see what Michael say. He said the measurement don't come with attacking who's the most thorough nigga on Ferguson. I got locked up and it wasn't a trophy to brag about. It's something I personally had to grow from a test. Facts. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. But what I will say is this. Whatever you're going through in life, right? Whatever you going through in life, it has to be measured up against something. So my thing is this. I always measure my situation up from my past situation. That allows me as a person to tell where I am and how far I've came. It doesn't have to do with anybody else. I'm speaking so purposely on me. So when you hear me say you have to have something to measure up your life against, that's what I mean by. That enables you to keep going and not reflecting back on where you're coming from. In other words, I don't let my past define my future. Facts. But when you don't have nothing to measure your life up against, in other words, nothing from nothing leave nothing. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. And I'm not telling everybody to live their life like that. But if you want to be successful in anything you do, you have to have something to measure it up against. Because if not, you're going to go backwards. Because you will always speak about what you used to have. And that's fact. It said, do you ever think about what anybody kids think about when they see what their exposed daddy did at Ferguson? Well, I tell you this. I will tell you this. Anything that you are ashamed to tell your kids when they get of age of what you went through, and you shouldn't have did it. It's like now. It's like now. It's like now in the present. When you do something in society, or when you do something outside of a relationship, right? Are you afraid to tell that person what you did? That's all I'm saying. And I don't know if that was a rhetorical question towards me or towards anybody else. It's consequences and repercussions for everything you do in life, whether it's good or bad. I mean, you know, if you trying to have a conversation with me, it's all good. But just know, it's consequence for everything you do in life. I don't care if it's good or it's bad. And that's facts. But thing about it though is this, man. I understand, no, just how they be attacking each other, not you. I understand. Let me explain this though. And I want you to try this on for size, right? I will go for a person, regardless of race, creed, or color, to attack each other verbally versus having guns involved. In other words, what I'm saying, when you are involved in mental conversation, you have to be mentally tough. You have to be mentally tough. And sometimes you got to have uncomfortable conversations about people and with people. And I said that to say this. I've been around some of the most racist people it is in the world. And I heard the N-word all day. Have you ever been told this? Have you ever been told this? I do not like blacks, but I like you. And I'm in a room full of white men. And I don't even know your color, Michael, right? But this is the type of conversations that I had with white men. They did not like my black counterparts, but they liked me. So what do you do when you're in a situation like that? You agree with them or you speak out? What do you do in that uncomfortable situation? Or you just walk away? You don't walk away. You don't agree with them. See, that's why I like this. You talk as good as Dak Prescott. You know I'm black. Had that white BMW from West Dallas. Man, you know what? Actually, to be honest with you, I don't remember. I don't remember. And the reason why I don't remember is because I'd hate to remember you by a BMW you had. Because that's not who you are. That's not who you are. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, yeah, I got you. Okay, now I know. Yeah. Facts. I know you now that you went into details, right? But the thing about this, let me explain something to you, man. Let me explain something to you, man, that when you see guys on this channel going back and forth, right, with each other, right? And the only way to understand that is you have to be done came from their past. And you might see me not saying nothing. Why? Because I'm used to that. I saw that every day. Even if it was a basketball game and one person was going for this team and the other person was going for this team, right? They gonna yell and scream at each other all day. And there might be some profanity used towards each other. that comes all a part of being in a day room with a bunch of guys. But once they exit, it's a whole new different thing. That's why I said you have to have mental toughness. Even you got to have mental toughness out here. You don't even have to been to prison. It's just mental toughness all the way around the world, man. But I understand one thing. Everybody don't have mental toughness. That's why everything that somebody says affects them. And they try to understand. And they try to understand why this person do that or why that person do this. The thing about it, like I said, man, things in life are not, some of the things are not to be understood. Not by you. As long as it don't affect you personally. Sometimes you just got to sit back and evaluate the situation, man. Because people will show you what not to do. That's my best answer for you. People show you everything not to do. Take a man that gets rich overnight and you on your way to get rich. You watch the man that got rich because you on your way to get rich. Right? So if he goes broke, you know everything not to do. Because if you know you do what he did, you going broke too. It's the same thing. It's like a repeated cycle, man. But some of us don't take the time out to evaluate people. We so quick to be judgmental about this person or about that person, right? Watch the person. Watch the person. And then you'll know exactly what not to do. And I'm telling you like this here. It's kind of like, especially about, and it was something said the other day, right? And it was said by a friend of mine, right? Because most men of color, if you want to hide something from them, put it in a book. Put them in a book. Put whatever it is inside of a book. And you can hide it for all year. For 10 or 12 years, it'll be hid from whoever looking for it. Facts. You say you respect yourself, so that brings respect, right? I beg the difference. You as a person, yes, you respect yourself, but that doesn't automatically bring respect. Just because you respect self, that don't mean the next person gonna respect you. And the reason why I say that is because everybody don't know you. It's just the people that's in your surroundings respect you as you respect them. But people will disrespect you, and those are the people that you don't know. But it's all about what you do when the disrespect shows itself. Do you adhere to the disrespect, or do you challenge it? And once again, you still have to measure that up. You still have to measure it up. Is the risk greater than the reward? You say a few will try you. They will. They will try you. And that's why I say every day. But if you surround yourself with people of value that understands you, you don't have to worry about that. So that's what I'm saying. So you said you challenge it, right? Okay, you challenge it. As long as you challenge it from a mental perspective, man, because I feel like this here, man, that everything in life ain't worth challenging, man. Something that you could just walk away from. In other words, man, it's like me, you know? It's like me. Anytime I feel like a person is challenging me and they right or whether they wrong, guess what? Guess what I tell them? You right. You win, I lose. What's next? I'm gonna give you the win. What's next? And that's how you handle that, man. You know, I just firmly believe, man, that if you handle everything from a mental perspective, man, you live to see another day, man. Because we know one thing. It only takes 60 seconds, man, for you to make the wrong decision. That's why you got fired, huh? Yeah, man. That ain't the reason why you got fired, man. You got fired, man, because you had something else bigger in the forecast, man. And we can go back and forth on that all day, man. But like I say, man, Manny Fresh said he played chess with it. The thing about that is this here, man, is that everything in life is not worth challenging, man. You know how many times I've been called out my name? Even with the reputation I got. You know how many times I've been called out of my name? So many times I can't even count. But I got enough sense to know one thing, that sometimes a man acts on emotions, and he know not what he do. So you got to let him make it, man. Yeah, he do not, or she do not. Sometimes they don't know what they doing. Because an unstable mind will say anything. And my old saying was this: if a person will put anything in their mouth, anything will come out. Don't let that go over your head. If a person will put anything in their mouth, anything will come out. So remember that. But you got to understand, that's me disrespecting a person without me calling them out of their name. I can do that because I study people. People are creatures of habit. And if you watch that person or those people long enough, you'll know exactly what they're going to do and what time they're going to do it. But that's only if you pay attention to your surrounding. And that's facts, man. So I tell you, pay attention to your surrounding, man, and people tell you exactly what they're going to do, man. And that's for real. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing, right? I think the most scariest thing in life for a person to do, man, is to spend time with himself, right? That's why so many men, so many women, they settle for less, man. They settle for less, only to have something they call their own. When in actuality, they still sharing whatever they sharing with whoever, right? And the thing about that is this, man. Until you learn how to be by yourself, you'll never understand self. And I always know this, man. A person that can be with you for a lifetime and still never know who you are. And the reason why I say that, for an example, do something outside of that person's mental capacity. They say, oh, I didn't even know you know how to do that. Have anybody ever heard that? When you do something to surprise a person. Damn, I didn't know you know how to do that. The only person that'll really, really ever know you is you. But you have to be able to tap into you. What's up, Sam? Man, I've been in here for a minute, man. I've been here for a minute. I'm just tapping in, man. Y'all know when I got time, I'm going to tap in, man. I almost stepped out a few minutes ago until somebody sparked the conversation, man. You know me, I hang around as long as the conversation is, as long as we can spark mentally back and forward. What's up, Johnny? Salute. I'm going to need y'all to go watch that premiere that came out today, man. Y'all tap in and check that out, man. Cisco, man, say, you ain't, where you been, man? Where you been, Cisco? You ain't been around, you talking about keep cooking. You ain't been around. Yeah. Yeah, y'all go check that out, man. It was very informative, very educational, man. What's good, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go check that out, man. It was real informative, man. And you know, all information is good information as long as they ain't misinformation. And that's real, you know. As they say, that's real. Okay, that's good. I'm just glad to see you still around, man, because when people ain't around that normally be around, uh, you know, I go to wondering where they went to. And I know one thing, that you can unsubscribe whenever you get ready. So, not to say that's gonna be you, man, but you know how that go, man. You know, some people just, they ain't got the time, man. We out here, man, so the attention span is like this, man. You know, sometimes people stay around for the first minute. If you don't hear what they don't like what they hear, then they gone. But only to come back later on and say, damn, I should have never left. I left a jewel on the table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong working at TDC, man, as long as you got your priorities in straight, man, because guess what? Even as a CO, man, that motherfucker can flip you into something that you thought you would never do, man. And that's real. In other words, my advice to all COs, man, that get jobs at Texas Public Correction, man, you better have high self-esteem, man, because if not, you're going to lose. If you got low self-esteem as an inmate or a TDC officer, you will lose. And that's facts. Low self-esteem officers will become a mule to the inmates in prison. Trust me, been there, done that. In other words, you are in a zoo full of lions that are very hungry. And that's real. And I said, I'll tell you this, if you work at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for 5 years of your life, you are stuck. You will not leave. You will be there for the next 20 years until you retire. And that's real. Ask me how I know. I seen them when they started. I seen wardens when they started. They started with me. And they are still there. And I'm free. It's a trap on both ends. And that's real. Facts. But like I always say, man, when I come on here, go to www.com, OG Hollywood Speaks, man, and get that Savage Drive gear, man. And that's real. That's how you support the channel, man. And y'all seen how I give back. Come on, Michael, man. Don't take the first 100 bond. Come on, man. Some people don't even eat 100 bonds, man. And another thing, you go down there now, that shit's so high, it's pitiful. Yeah, it's high. I can tell you this, when they first put the blue phones in the day room, my phone call bill was no less than $500 every month. I stayed on the phone. It was no less than $500 every month. Yes, $500. Imagine that. And that was on my way out the door. I was spending that kind of money on the phone bill. And that's real. But anyway, like I said, man, y'all go check that out, man. And I'm in a split decision right now whether I'm gonna run day room time tonight, man. But I'm leaning towards running day room time. However, being as though I've been right here 60 minutes, it would not be a long day room time. It will be an hour. In other words, it will be a in and out. And that's facts. So, like I said, man, Miss Sitting on the Tree came up with a good topic. Say Hey, man, don't nobody know I had that Mercedes, man. Going on with that, man. Talking about I spent that on the Mercedes tires. Yeah. Yeah, I did that. Sure did. But we gonna keep that under the hat, man. Come on, Mike, man. You already know. But like I say, man, if I do run day on time, yeah. Oh, okay. Facts, man. I just ain't seen you around, Cisco. You know I know him to see you, man. Seemed like when the channel went up, you left. Yeah. Like I said, you know I'm always bring informative information to the channel, man. You know I'm gonna do that, man. Whether it's little numbers or whether it's big numbers, I'm gonna keep putting the content out, man. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause if I can, guess what? And I ain't even trying to save nobody. If I can just get you to listen, you can make your own decision, and that's real. That's why people say, save somebody. No, you can't save nobody. But guess what? If they listen, they can make their own decisions. And some decisions ought to be made by that person. But anyway, man, like I said, I've been here for 61 minutes, so I'm gonna get out of here, man. Y'all stay tapped in, man, and see what's going on for the night, man. But in the meantime, between time, go and look at that video that I put out today, man. And go to www.com, oghollywoodspeaks.com, and get that Savage Drive gear. All right, man, sitting in the tree, you take it easy, and y'all be safe, and remember to keep your head on the swivel, man, because we living in dangerous times, man. Everybody not stable. Everybody not stable. Salute.